Did you know a grain of dust can change global weather patterns? It sounds impossible, but the truth is, some of the most dramatic shifts on our planet start with the tiniest actors. While storms and hurricanes capture our attention, it's often the nearly invisible flecks of dust floating high above us that change the course of weather history. Let's start with where this dust comes from. Picture the world's deserts, like the Sahara. Every year, winds scoop up billions of tons of sand and dust, sending it soaring thousands of miles. What happens next is remarkable. Those specks don't just drift aimlessly. Instead, they ride atmospheric currents across continents and oceans, forming a global conveyor belt of microscopic travelers. So what can a single grain of dust actually do? For one, it becomes the heart of a cloud. Water vapor in the air needs something to cling to in order to form droplets. Dust particles provide the perfect tiny surface, allowing clouds to gather and eventually, rain to fall. In fact, without dust, clouds would struggle to form at all in some regions. But the story doesn't end with rain. Dust high in the atmosphere does something even more surprising: it reflects sunlight. By scattering solar rays, dust can cool down entire regions and even influence global temperatures. Think of it as Earth's own thermostat, with dust turning the dial up or down in subtle but powerful ways. Sometimes, the effects are dramatic. In 1991, the eruption of Mount Pinatubo blasted a massive plume of volcanic dust into the sky. The result? The planet cooled by about half a degree Celsius for nearly 2 years. It wasn't the ash you could see, but the fine particles lingering in the upper atmosphere that made the difference. And it's not just volcanoes or deserts. Wildfires, pollution, and even ocean spray all release tiny particles into the sky. Each one acts like a mini weather machine, influencing rainfall, humidity, and temperature in ways we're still learning to predict. There's a flip side, too. Too much dust can block sunlight, stunt plant growth, and disrupt rainfall patterns. In some cases, it can even trigger droughts or weaken monsoons. So, the balance of dust in our skies is more than just a detail, it's a global life support system. Next time you look up at a cloudy sky, remember, the drama unfolding above your head may have started with a single grain of dust, swept off a distant desert, or carried by a volcanic eruption on the other side of the world. In the world of weather, it's not always the biggest players that make the biggest impact. Sometimes, it's the smallest ones that change everything. For more stories worth knowing, follow Lorelight.